My biological kids spent years bullying the foster children we took in. So when I updated my will, I left everything to the kids who actually understood what family meant. The first time my foster son called me mom, he apologized immediately after, like he thought he'd done something wrong. That broke me more than anything else ever had, because no child should look scared after accidentally feeling safe. We started fostering 5 years ago after my husband passed. At first, it was supposed to be temporary, just helping kids who needed stability, but some of them stayed longer, especially 2 siblings, a quiet 11-year-old boy and his little sister, who used to hide food in her backpack because she was scared it would disappear. And honestly, they slowly became my family. Not everyone liked that, especially my biological kids. At first, it was small things. Eye rolls, comments under their breath, acting annoyed whenever the foster kids joined family dinners. Then, it got worse. One afternoon, I overheard my oldest daughter whisper, "They're not really family anyway." I pulled her aside immediately. "What is wrong with you?" And her response genuinely shocked me. She shrugged and said, "You care about them more than us now." That wasn't true, but I realized something painful in that moment. My biological kids saw love like competition. The foster kids saw it like survival, and the gap between those two things kept growing. The final straw happened last Thanksgiving. I walked into the kitchen and found my foster daughter crying silently near the fridge. Not loud crying, the kind where a kid is trying desperately not to be heard. I asked what happened. She didn't want to tell me. Eventually, she whispered, "They said I should stop acting like this is my house." Something inside me just collapsed, because suddenly, I realized these kids had spent years waiting to feel wanted, only to get bullied inside the one place that was supposed to feel safe. And my biological kids, they weren't children anymore. They were adults. Adults choosing cruelty. A month later, I updated my will quietly. No drama, no revenge speech. I simply divided everything equally between the 2 foster kids I legally adopted, and left my biological children almost nothing, just letters. That's it. The explosion came later, when my oldest son found out accidentally during an argument. "You replaced us with strangers?" he yelled. I stayed calm. "No," I said quietly. "You replaced yourselves." Silence. Then, I finally said the thing I'd been holding in for years. Family isn't genetics. Family is who makes people feel safe. Nobody spoke after that, because deep down, they knew exactly why I did it. My biological kids still tell people I betrayed them. Maybe that's easier than admitting the truth, because the kids they mocked for being unwanted, those were the same kids who sat beside my hospital bed last month, holding my hand. And sometimes, the people who love you hardest are the ones who were never guaranteed to stay.